Yeah, it was Billy D. Williams. He played him, and uh, there's a point where he's like, melt down the robot to make a statue of my of Palmer, who is like the leader, sucking my balls. He just hates him so much. We have the girl. We have one of the other members who is essentially like she was essentially like a parody of Paris Hilton, pretty much. And then we have like one character who's essentially the goody good. Um, it was done by it was created by Seth Green and a few other guys. I think it was most of the same crew who did Robot Chicken. But yeah, the show only lasted for one season, and I kind of think it's unfair. I think it could have lasted a little bit longer.
5 seasons on a movie.
I don't know about a movie, but it at least deserved at least like one or two more seasons. Trying to think what other show got canned. I feel like it was cut short.
There was a show I used to love, but I forget the name. It was about two cops, and one of them looked like Dale Gribble, and the other one looked like Walter from Big Lebowski.
Joker and Hoop.
Yeah.
I think actually wasn't the guy playing Dale play Hoop?
Did he?
I think he did. I don't know. I got to recheck, but he did sound like he kind of sounded like him. Yeah, I remember that show. I remember, and oh god, I remember the first episode.
That bad?
No, it wasn't bad. I remember that first episode. I remember how fucking nuts that was, because the opening is freaking insane. Okay, so essentially this old rich dude, he gets his trophy wife a teddy bear and stuff, and
gotta turn around.
And the wife hates it. She was like, because he married this old man who wanted something like super expensive out of it. So, out of anger, she destroys the teddy bear, only for it to be revealed the teddy bear was actually a voodoo doll. And like she fucking like tore the bear apart. So when she tore the bear apart, she tore him apart. And it leads to like the guys like trying to like prove he's innocent, and so they go to the freaking place where the bears were made, and it turns out that they used voodoo magic by making the workers into the zombified slaves. But the zombies occasionally put totems in the bears that make them into like voodoo dolls. Or voodoo, so they have to figure that out. So they want to find an army of zombies, and there's even at one point where one of the characters gets like anti-zombie equipment, and he just uses. But it turns out all he has is UV lights because he mistakes them for vampires. He's like, "What? No, zombies are killed by like light too. I mean, they don't. I mean, remember the movie's called Night of the Living Dead. It was called Day of the Living Dead." And he's like, "That was the sequel."
Oh man.
Oh, but the funniest part though was the ending, because you see, because again, when they went to this teddy bear place, these guys took the teddy bears very seriously. So when they get the bear into the they get the bear to repair it, they feel like they're doing like intense surgery. But yeah, they get the bear together. So when they put the bear back together, they put him back together and brought him back to life. And he's like, "So we're gonna get paid, right?" And he's like, "Well, here's the thing: you were being paid to solve my murder, but I'm not dead, so I don't have to pay you shit." And I'm like, "Oh, fuck this guy."
Oh, dude, remember me of another Adult Swim show I watched once or twice. It was about an employee who was also unemployed. I think it was called Jack the Unemployed Employee or something like that. It was a Canadian show. For every episode, he was hired to do a different type of gig.
Yeah, I know. I think I've heard of it, but I don't think I ever saw that one. Oh, another thing I remember from that Stroker and Hooper thing was the holiday special, because they make you, because like he sees the ghost of his dead partner, and when they reenact the moment where he lost his partner, he reveals two things. One, his partner didn't have bullets. The reason why his partner got shot was because his partner didn't have bullets in the gun. Yeah, it turned out he took the bullets, not because he was trying to kill him. He just he just forgot to load his, so he just kind of borrowed it and didn't think it was gonna be a problem.
Crap, now
And then it also turned out that he was sleeping with his wife.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so he's kind of like, ah, shit. Also, we see Santa shoot 3 ghosts.
What about you, Virtual?
Move.
Any
yeah,
adult?
Close
Yeah,
rank.
sorry. So I'm ranting. I'm just like.
Don't worry, don't worry. What about you, Virtual? Any Adult Swim show you miss that will cancel?
I grew up on it, and I used to watch it with my mom as a kid. So there was a lot of shows we watched. A particular Adult Swim show that was canceled.
Chimps never disappoints.
I'm trying to think.
We lost a friend,
What was
but this
one?
ain't over. Not by a long shot.
Nick?
Let me look up a list, because I feel like I have to actually see a list.
Yeah, do that, Ben.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's Xavier, Renegade Angel, Lucy, Daughter of the Devil. I doubt anyone wants Ass McGee back. Because let's face it, no one wants Ass McGee back. I don't think the guys who made Ass McGee wants Ass McGee back.
Wait, is Road Chicken over finally, or is it continuing?
I think it's over, but I don't know anymore. Because sometimes when I think it's gone, it comes back. So I'm gonna say yes for now, but I can't guarantee that. It's like again,
I feel
it's
like I say this, but fucking face. Road Chicken is like a romantic curse. It always comes back stronger than ever.
The lost pages of the Necronomicon
Yeah.
and Kandarian.
Oh no! Actually, no. Just imagine that Seth Green is no Robot Chicken, but Seth Green's in the grave. And he's like, "It will come back. It always comes back."
But getting canceled is
That's a bit. Yeah, I freaking love that scene. Oh man, did you finish watching like the final season?
no, I haven't yet, man, because I lost everything that fell off the truck.
Oh man. Well, let's just say.
Oh yeah.
My bad.
Hold on.
I just remembered. Do you remember the Oblongs?
Of course,
Yeah,
man.
I love that show.
Oh.
Yeah, no,
God.
that was one of those shows I saw. I
folks,
never
you're gonna
saw
wanna take a
every
look at
episode,
this.
but I saw a couple and I really liked it.
Yeah. Okay. Probably one of my favorite episodes of the Oblongs is the episode that involved one of the Debbies, when one of them gets all like their face gets all fucked up, and like the parents decide that yeah, you know what, you're gonna probably just live with these guys for a bit. And at first it looks like it's
Now I got it.
it's not gonna work. She tries to like delete, you know what I mean? And at first, it looks like Milo's this thing, don't do it. And like, you think he's doing it because he doesn't want to see her get hurt. But when she jumps, he's like, it was like, the water's too thick. We've all tried. I'm like, god damn.
Dude, one of my favorite scenes from that show is when the boss has to talk privately with I think what was the name of the dad with the dad, and he tells the secretary like Protocol 69, and the chick starts stripping naked and dancing in front of the security camera.
Oh yeah. Oh man, and I still find it funny when and again, I still can't believe that it took me that long to realize Bob was played by Will Ferrell.
Wait, what?
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, wait, you didn't know Bob was played by? Yeah.
No,
he was
because it
played
said
by
it on
Will-
Spanish only. It never said in other languages.
Oh, well,
Oh,
yeah.
the fucking language difference. Yeah, no, in America, Will Ferrell did play Bob.
Yeah, indeed. Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. I'm just immediately remembering this one scene where Bob, after going to a bachelor party, he gets his nuts, crushed by a freaking by a stripper, and the doctor says,
I think I remember that.
yeah, he's like, you'll be okay, Mr. Oblong, but you can't have sex for a few weeks. He's like, but my life, but my marriage is based on our love making. And he's like, why were you at a strip club, you dirty pig?
If you have failed to seal the breach,
And he's like,
Fear there's nothing
and then
more
he's
to
like, "Oh,
say.
I'm so sorry about that." Like the doctor got triggered for some reason. Oh, another classic show that we all could agree, should not have gone canceled. Mission Hill.
Oh, such a show.
Which one?
Mission Hill,
Mission Hill. It was a really cool coming of age story where,
dude.
wait, have you seen it?
I isn't that show about the roommates?
About
Yeah, well, so it's about this brother who finds out that because his parents are moving out of their family home, and the younger brother decides I don't really want to leave the state, so instead I'm going to go to high school and live with my brother. So it's kind of a coming of age thing of like how that goes down.
Okay.
but the youngest brother is a total. He's a complete square. Like he's been sheltered his entire life, and the older brother,
Yeah.
he's like the rebellious type who set the high school on fire, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't that younger brother the one with glasses and he always plays that one that World of Warcraft game, I think is the one?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
whenever he had focus, he started to say bling blong, bling blong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? I remember this other show that was a classic. Do you guys remember Dr. Steve Brule's Check It Out?
Oh,
For
yeah, I remember
health.
that.
Oh,
That
dude.
one, that is a goated show. I fucking
Dude,
love John C. Reilly.
There's one scene of that show that lives rent free in my brain where
Mhm.
there was a couple that were played by Tim and Eric in that show. That they were like reporters or journalists, something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, the married couple.
Yeah, yeah. And the husband is like sick in bed, and the wife is like, "Hey, Dr. Steve Brule, do you want to take a shower with me?" And he's like, "Please don't sleep with my wife. Don't sleep with my wife. No!"
Okay, another classic show that I really enjoyed. It didn't get canceled per se. It did get a conclusion, though. I think it did get canceled, but it was able to at least get a finale. Did anyone ever see the show Delocated?
Yes.
It
The
was-
one with the ski mask. Yes, I fucking love that show.
I could never get into it. I'm sorry, man.
I didn't get into the first season. I actually enjoyed the second season more, where essentially like the Russian hitman that was hired to get him gets replaced with a new Russian hitman who is his older brother, and he's like, "This is no longer silly comedy. It's now a silly drama." And he's just like this freaking nutcase who just wants to fuck it up. There's some weird ass scenes in there.
Dude.
then there was
I love
Yeah?
Yeah.
I love that the guy has like he has one of those like voice alters. What is it called? Those devices that alter your voice. Yeah, he has one of those like literally attached to him. Like he fucking that's the only way he talks. It's fucking funny.
Yeah, and then like and the funny thing is like it later is revealed like by the end of the first season, his wife and son don't wear them anymore because they realize they're after you, not us. What the hell's going on here? And his wife cheats on him with his bodyguard, and then his bodyguard and then she cheats on the bodyguard with another bodyguard. It's like,
Dude,
I'll. It's kind of a bitch, pretty much.
Did you remind me of another show? Like, funny enough, Tim and Eric wasn't my cup of tea. Steve Brule, I like the sense of humor, but to me, Tim and Eric really hit the nail in the head with Tom Goes to the Mayor.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Another classic Adult Swim show I do remember watching a lot.
A few hours. Son.
Was Frankenhole.
Oh man,
With
Remember that?
you know what? Speaking of Frankenhole, like I like the show, but I think they canceled way too soon. The show had a lot of potential. But
oh yeah, like, and here's the thing: Adult Swim used to used to have the show, used to pimp out the show a lot. Like there was actually this, and I know a lot of people have pointed this out now, but there was a Halloween there was like this segment where they did a marathon, and the in between segments were Frankenhole characters, only for the big reveal of like, oh, I'm not actually Dr. Frankenstein, and he takes off the costume, and it turns out it's Moral from Moral Oral.
Oh, dude, that reminds me. I was gonna mention more oral. The only show that got canceled because the producer said, "You know what? This is not edgy enough. Can you make it a little bit dark?" So
And
then
then
go
they
like, "Oh God, please stop!"
This is Professor Raymond.
Yeah, 'cause
I
they-
remember
yeah, like-
history.
one
No
significant
one
moment in
would
that
be
show was
prosecuted and unleashed. But
well, there's a
only
couple. One of my favorites is when Oral he gets crack and he's fucking playing with it with Jesus and he fucking does it in his room and he gets fucking really high.
the pieces to find the location.
Yeah,
of the
like-
Guardian Dagger.
Oh, dude,
no,
when he discovered masturbation, and he starts getting every woman pregnant.
Man, like, oh no, another. Okay, oh no, remember what happened when like he gets a girlfriend, but then the family moves out, but but instead of but they get the wrong kid. So for like a few episodes, instead of having Moral's younger brother Shapey, it's the other kid Block. And when they go to get Shapey back, the mom doesn't want Block. She just sticks with him. So they end up having two sons, or like they adopted another kid.
Oh man.
I remember one scene where the mom, I forgot her name, but she does like this role play where she's like she has all these dolls around her in like a kid's room, and she starts to like reenact getting raped or something.
Oh!
No, that wasn't the mom. That was a nurse, and that was a school
was a
nurse,
nurse.
and that was a nurse. But here's the thing: that wasn't a reenactment. What happened was that when she's home, she has the dolls she uses the dolls as her family, and when one of the dolls when she was cleaning up a mess,
The first
one of the
piece of the
dolls
map has been
landed
found.
on her back,
Continue and find the
and
next.
That
it
triggered
her. Yeah, because it turned out that she is traumatized because like throughout her entire life, men have only seen her as a sex object, and the fact that
Her make-believe family betrayed her, basically.
Yeah, so it's just like again, that scene was so fucked up that's what got the show canceled. That and also another segment that we can't even. Yeah, the other segment, which if we're streaming, I can't say what it involved, but let's just say it was uncomfortable like there's no dialogue. Like everything we're seeing is context, but it is Jesus.
It's the fantasy of one of the characters.
Yeah.
It's really weird how like animation like that, it could be in any medium, but the way animation works, like I don't know how it like the way it's so expressive depending on how you make it, specifically like in more oral, like it's so distinct and like it leaves an effect on you when you're fucking watching it. Like like oh my fucking god.
Because that's the thing, the final because like for the first few seasons, yes, it's a parody show of like Davey and Goliath and everything. But then for the final season, the writing went way more harder. Like it got more intense.
Oral gets shot.
Yeah, where Oral gets shot, and like Oral's relationship with his father becomes more developed because his dad is pretty much like, Oral's no longer like scared of his father. Like he makes it very clear to him that I'm done with your shit. And then his dad instead of apologizing says, you know what, I'm glad I shot you, because he doesn't want to admit that he fucked up. And I think another iconic moment in the show is when Clay, Oral's dad, when he realizes his wife was not having an affair per se, but was kind of having a weird relationship with the doctor. He gets drunk at a bar and he just has a rant about how, what it means to have a family, and not for like a loving reason. Like he even says, like you keep it away, you hoard it, not protect it, but because you don't want anyone surviving on it. And it's a really, it's a really fucked up scene, but it's a really well performed by the actor who, fun fact, he played Baymax in Big Hero 6, so
How'd you like the taste of
You know.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so talk about that. Yeah, talk about like a real diversity in performance. But yeah, and yeah, apparently in the final episode, it's a good episode. It's a good episode finale because the series began on Christmas and then the show ends on Christmas, where Oral decides he just wants to have one good Christmas, and instead of celebrating it with his mom or dad, he's celebrating it with his coach, who is secretly his father's lover or ex-lover, because yeah, Clay is a closeted bisexual, and
No, he's a scumbag.
well, yeah, no, he's a scumbag, but yeah, no, he was bisexual, or he is bisexual, but he was like, he stays in the closet, and he like pretty much like kept him around for the longest time, but like eventually he realizes, no, Clay is toxic, I can't be around him anymore, and yeah, he spends time with Oral, and they have a good time. They're actually bonding with each other. And we do have like this one moment that legit gets a laugh out of me, because she's like, "Do you like my dad like my mom likes my dad?" And he's like, "Your mom like your dad?"
They are key to your success.
Oh,
Sucks.
dude. There's one scene that broke me, but not because of how hardcore it was, nor because of how fucked up it was. It's just the line, the delivery. Do you remember when they were talking about Closeface, the Angel of Kisses?
Yeah.
When the daughter goes like, "Oh yeah, and you freaked out because I was kissing a chick." No, I didn't freak out because you were kissing a chick. I freaked out because she couldn't see you as the person I see you as.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that was a great scene right there, because because honestly, out of everyone, like, I think those two probably had the most stable parental relationship, even though they had probably the most insane way of meeting, because okay, to Joe's viewers who haven't seen this show, this isn't a spoiler. It's been whatever. This show's been around for a long ass time. The preacher, he is a virgin. He has tried multiple times to get laid and failed at it. And one day he meets a girl who wants a sex job, and he at first thinks that maybe she was trying to get with him, only to find out that she is his daughter. Now you're probably wondering, how the hell does a virgin have a child? Well, you see, when a crazy person breaks out of a mental institution and goes into your house and finds a bunch of tissues in your trash can, she gets some weird ideas, and those weird ideas eventually lead to a baby in 9 months. I'm not kidding. That's literally what happened. And yeah, they have a complicated relationship and stuff, because his daughter runs a sex shop, but and he does find out that she's a lesbian. But by the end of it, he makes it very clear, I don't care about your, like, again, it's a sweet moment because he realizes, yeah, I don't care about your sexuality, I just care about the person you're with, because
Man, I must hold the world record
I want
for
what's best for you.
supernatural death.
Even though it wasn't the easiest thing, 'cause at first he was pissed off because he's like, I had a kid, but I didn't get to get laid for it. So yeah, and again, another fun fact: the same actor who played the preacher played Rigby in regular show.
Oh, that reminds me. I got another
my
show
God.
that got canceled way too soon.
Oh, what was it?
Oh, dude, you know it. It's not a regular show, but it's close enough.
Oh man, I don't count that as an Adult Swim show, but yeah, that show should not have been canned. It was so good. It was such a great show. And the thing is, just like regular show, it was building up to a big storyline.
Oh, dude, do you hear what was the plan? Like, that reminds me, do you hear what they're gonna do with the regular show?
They're gonna bring it back.
Yeah, and it's gonna call the Lost Years.
Which could be interesting. That could be interesting to see. But again, I was really bummed out though about Close Enough, because Joe, you know what they were building up to, right?
No, shoot.
So at one point, one of the characters, they're thinking about getting a vasectomy because he's like,
Go sucks.
yeah. And then and then by the end of it, the dude thinks that one of his friend Alex, who had a vasectomy, decides, maybe I don't want to maybe I should undo my vasectomy. So he decides he's gonna undo it because he's like, yeah, someday I want to have kids. Only for them to show a future where apparently there's an army of Alexes that are being much like dogs, and they're being controlled by these robots that are based off the neuter bots. And then and then later on in the show, there's an episode where they time travel and they go into the future, and it turns out that apparently the neuter a bunch of the neuter robots have rebelled and taken over humanity, and now they're all cyborgs, and they have robot laser penises.
I can respect that future.
Yeah, and they're fighting against the machine because I guess
Phallic
now they're
phallic symbol.
Yep. So yeah, and then hell, I think in that same episode they the Alexes, a bunch of other versions of Alex got trapped in the past. They get trapped in amber like Jurassic Park and shit, and they get mistaken for cavemen. And this lady's like, okay, we're gonna clone a caveman. So apparently they were gonna do some big old story where they gotta deal with that kind of crap. And again, it was a really good show, how they handled divorce, and also what it means to be a parent who just got a person who a parent and a person who just got out of their 20s, they're now in their 30s, they gotta be more like an adult, which was kind of which was kind of great for me because again, again, I'm in my late 20s, man, so I was kind of relating to that. More towards more towards the whole, you're now officially out of school and now you have to take a lot more responsibility and stuff. Well, not the whole being a parent thing, because I doubt I'm gonna be a parent anytime soon.
With that attitude.
Well, I'm abstinent too.
So.
Hey, you will never know if a crazy chick goes inside your house and steal all your tissues, man.
Next thing you know, and I find out that I have a 15-year-old lesbian daughter who dreams to run a sex shop someday. Which I'm like, you live your dreams.
Live your dreams, kiddo. We live in a weird timeline, man. Just live your dreams.
Yeah. I mean, look, the town I live in, we literally have 2 sex shops. I'm not even kidding.
Dude, city we live in, my role-playing store was surrounded by sex shops. There was cocks where, you could look around and you will see a cock or a dice. Or both! Kama Sutra dice.
They're so common, bro. They're fucking everywhere. They're more. It's more apparent in the city area, but you even get them out in the boonies and shit too. But man, I used to have a fear where I'd imagine oh shit, what if one day, because of how many girlfriends I've had during high school when I was still younger, I was I fear what if one day I get a knock on the door and it's one of my kids. It's just so fucking up.
Man. Oh no, actually no joke. Okay, back in high school, I actually knew a guy who actually experienced that kind of fear.
Oh, dude.
No, I'm not kidding. So, okay, so in high school, there was this one dude in my class who was a super senior, which essentially, well, you know what a super senior is. But yeah, he was a super senior, which really sucked for him. But he was he was very, but he took it in stride because he was look, I need to take, I just need to pass, a few more classes and I'm out of here, kind of deal. But he's a chill dude. One day he starts freaking the hell out in the middle of class, and we're like, what, dude, what happened? And mind you, I'm not friends with this guy. Like he's like, but he was my partner in class, so I had to like see what was up. So like his mental state was was kind of important when it came to my grade. So I was trying to see, okay, you okay, man? You okay? And he found out that his girlfriend who left town a few years ago came back.
Oh my god.
And she had a 3-year-old. And I'm like, well, when did you guys date? He's like, 3 years ago. Wait, how old were you? And I was like, and he's like, I was 16. And I'm like, dude.
Oh, dude, you remind me of the worst, of one of the worst experiences of my life.
Yeah, no, here's the funny thing. I was like, dude, I guarantee you, this kid does not look like you. There's a good chance it's not really your kid. He sent me a picture, and I'm like, yeah, no, that's totally your kid.
Okay.
The mom was white. Yeah, the mom was super white. This dude was Asian. Like both parents, first generation. Oh. Yeah, no, this kid was, yeah, it was his.
Dude. So, I used to date a chick who gave me the worst experience of my life. Back when I was 23, 22, I was dating a chick we're gonna call Marcy. Marcy was back in that day, she was kind of nice. Then she ended up becoming crazy, like a very crazy woman. But one day we ended up fucking. Like, what do you do? Turns out that after we ended up fucking, a couple of weeks passed, and she was like, "Joe, yes, I haven't had my period." Like, oh shit. And I panic and I tell my parents. My dad stops talking to me for an entire day. My mom is like, no, we're gonna help you out. Don't worry, kid. So one day, mind you, she lived like 3 hours away from where I live. Like, she lived at the outskirts of the city. She tells me she's gonna go see a friend and she's gonna come, and her friend is gonna give her a pregnancy test. I'm like, yeah? Honey?
My bad. No, it's this game I'm playing.
Oh.
Wow.
So, I'm like terrified because she's gonna do a pregnancy test. And then she sends me a picture of the pregnancy test. And I'm like, baby, what the fuck does this symbol mean? Explain! And she goes quiet for an hour.
Oh god.
Then she arrives to the subway station. I go pick her up. I'm like, hey baby, how are we doing? I'm doing fine, thank you. No, how are we doing? I said I'm doing fine? No! And I do like the belly motion. Oh, but I saw you the result. What does it mean? Oh, it means that you're not gonna be a dad. Oh, thank God, Jesus Christ, Satan and Lucifer. Turns out she had very irregular periods, like stupidly irregular. And her mom, she had the second kid, and she never developed like the belly or nothing. Like she never gained weight. She looked like average, and then one day she felt pain and she gave birth to her baby brother. So her family had this tendency where even a pregnant girl would look normal, like not grow a belly or anything like that, because they were very thin.
Is key to evil's demise.
So you're mostly just like, you just were like, look, I just want you to make sure, because even if you look fine, I don't want to wake up one day and find like, and find out that you're giving birth in my tub or something.
Yeah. Like, Marcy, I love you, but Jesus Christ!
Why are you doing this to me?
Man, like, again, luckily for, like, again, I'm absent, so I've never had that kind of scare before. though, like the only time I've ever seen something like that, well, besides the guy from high school, but like someone in my family was my cousin. I won't say names and stuff because again, I don't want I don't want to go too deep into it. But yeah, when my cousin had their kid, they were pretty young.
Oh, young were they, Bizarro?
Okay, keep in mind when they, I just graduated high school when she found out she was pregnant. I was 19 years old. You can do the math. So she had a baby like right before high school, right before she finished high school.
Oh.
So yeah, like they kept the baby and stuff. And how things were handled though were not great. Her parents were supportive. Her dad wanted to strangle this guy.
I can imagine.
Parents,
I wonder why would you want to strangle like the guy who knocks your daughter up?
I mean, yeah, can we blame him? Like, yeah, the other, yeah, and as for the guy's parents, I don't really know exactly how it went down, but I remember like my uncle saying he cried like a bitch. So
Alright, I'm fighting a deadite. And it's a tough one. Damn it.
it's a deadite.
Oh, dude, like... I had a couple of pregnancy scares. I remember I had a high school crush. Oh my god, I have a lot of videos now I think about it. Who got pregnant at 14.
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah. She was dating a bad boy.
Also, Joe, if I had that many pregnancy scares by that point, I would just either become a monk for a while, or just, or just straight up, get a vasectomy.
Yeah, school was a definite time for the sexual drive, I guess. Because a lot of people were like barely discovering themselves.
Really enough, I wasn't really like that too much. Like again, like I don't know, maybe because again, I didn't realize I was doing romantic until much later. But like, yeah, I was never really like that. Like, I would occasionally see a girl and be like, oh yeah, no, she's kind of hot, but never really, pursue anything.
Yeah, I was kind of similar. Like, I wasn't that interested into it until maybe like high school. But even then, the interest was still like at its early stages, and I didn't really know what I wanted. So like, I mostly just kept to myself and my friends. But like, I was way more into games and shit. So like, girls weren't really at the top of the list.
Yeah, but also to be fair, in my case, like I guess, like I was kind of like, because of how like my first, I don't want to say first love because looking back, I don't think there was any real love in there. Like, I feel like it was mostly a control thing. But the first girl I liked, like I was not thinking clearly. I was thinking with my dick, because there were so many red flags. There were so many red flags, and for some reason, I was just not getting it. Because she, we came in, I came in liking her, and then by the end of it, she dedicated the rest of our time in middle school, trying to ruin my life because I simply said I wanted to go on break because I needed therapy.
This has been great, man.
Yeah, not because she wasn't doing anything bad to make me go through therapy yet. I was just having a rough time, and I just and I felt like I just wasn't, and I just realized I was not in the right mental space at the time. I didn't want to break up because you know, even as a because you know I don't want to like mess up because again like I thought I had a good thing going on with her, but at the same time I thought you know I need my space for a while. I need to be alone. I don't want to talk to anyone. I just need to. You know, I just need a few. I need a few weeks to be like a few weeks to be, you know, just to think clearly. And I tell her that, and then next thing you know, she took as a breakup, and no matter how much I would try to explain, she didn't really seem to care. The fact that I didn't want her around seemed to piss her off, and I was like, okay, I think I might dodge the bullet. Or,
Yeah, the thing is,
well,
I
dodge the
think
bullet by pursuing. Yeah.
I think people, especially at that age, do not understand the concept of personal space. And obviously, because we're trying to, you know, at that point in our lives, we're figuring out ourselves. And, you know, having a relationship was pretty much like a juggle. I didn't start dating until, I want to say, late high school. But that was around the time when I started, like, getting girlfriends. Like, I got, like, a good amount from that point. And, like, I was not in the right mental space to be in anything like that.
Oh yeah, like well, hell, after that, I couldn't trust anyone for like the longest time. Like I had some serious trust issues. It wasn't until my second year of high school where I really started making friends again, and I wound up, you know, pursuing another relationship. But luckily with this one, it was actually a lot more stable. We actually talked to each other. We actually got to know each other before we really tried doing anything. We really want to make sure that you know we like each other. Though it was not an easy road because when I first met her, I had a crush on her. She was already seeing somebody, so.
Hey, like I always say, man, nothing that a car crush cannot fix.
Weirdly enough, like because I didn't meet her boyfriend, and here's the funny thing: you ever want to hate like when you're that age and you meet someone and you like them, but they're seeing someone, your first instinct is to hate that person, right?
Your journey ends here.
Yeah.
The reign of the living.
Like, well, again, when you're like that young, you're not thinking like again, you're thinking with your like you're not thinking with your brain. For me, I was like, like when I first met him, I was like ready to hate him, and then I meet him, but then when I actually get to know him, I'm like, God damn it! God damn it! Now I like, you know, I see why you're such a like you're a nicer person than me.
Hey,
Like,
Bizarro? Bizarro?
Yeah.
Am I? You're thinking me to dick. Stop that. That's TikTok.
Yeah. Yeah. Look, joking aside though, I legit was like, damn it, I want to hate you, but you were so goddamn lovable, man. I didn't say that to his face, but like I was just thinking that the entire time. Like he's such a cool dude. I can totally see why they're dating. They did eventually break up, and you know, eventually, you know, I jumped in going, well, I'm kidding. That's not what happened, but yeah, no. And then we dated for a bit, and then we broke up. And luckily, it was actually a healthy breakup. Because I don't know, with her, I was a little like, you know, she understood me. We took it slow. You know, we actually got to understand each other, and you know, that's kind of when I realized what kind of, you know, what a real relationship is, where it's not, you know, one, you know, taking care of the other. It's, you know, a partnership, you know, kind of deal. Like, you know, we talk to each other. Like, I'm not trying to bore people with all the details.
Hey guys,
but you know what I mean.
I just saw the time. I'm kind of passing out, so I also need to go take my meds. So I'm gonna finish the stream. Maybe tomorrow I'll continue. Oh yeah, tomorrow I have to run you the game, virtual, and license there. Okay, so we're gonna have a two-player game. Next week we're gonna have a three-player game, and so on until we have 4 players. Okay, buddy?
Oh shit, that's later today. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
technically,
Sorry,
yeah,
sorry.
because technically it's not. Yeah, because technically we are now in the future.
We're in Day of the Dead.
Yeah.
Hello, anybody out there? Love the opening.
Yep.
Let's see if we can go rates. Have enough love. Oh, we have Haru. Let's wait, Slani. Wait.
Oh, by the way, Joe. I'm curious.
Yes.
Like, 'cause I don't think you ever answered my question. Did you like